I have moved from the city to the country, back to the city, and now I am back in the country. This most recent time when I lived in the city, we lived in Austin. And so this video is going to be about the things that we loved the most about living in Austin. The phrase, keep Austin weird. I love that. When I was in Austin, I did not feel like anyone was judging me. So the whole thing of let your freak flag fly, yeah, they do that there. This may not be your cup of tea, but it was definitely mine. When I first moved to Austin, I had dreads, and nobody looked at me twice there because of that. Hell, I wasn't the only person in the room with dreads, and nobody automatically made these assumptions about me about what my kind of lifestyle was. I'm just gonna leave that. I think y'all understand. Now, the next thing I had to put on here, and if you're from Austin, or if you've been in Austin, or you've been through Austin, have you been around Austin, you will understand the Longhorns, right? It's a college football team, and I am not a football person. In fact, one of my friends and I, we joke around and we call it sports ball. That's how far outside of the realm football is for me. However, you cannot live in Austin and not recognize the Longhorns. It's everywhere. It is a culture there. The burnt orange nation, that's Austin. That color is everywhere. You will see Longhorns everywhere. Football games, it's a whole dynamic there. Like it's huge. And for other people in my family, Jerry specifically, actually, this was a huge deal for him being in Austin. He loved being around that culture. That was a big part of his past and something that he connected with on, in an emotional level. This is very emotional. Football is emotional. The college there, if you're an alumni, that's a huge deal. And it's a huge part of their culture. In fact, I would almost say they go hand in hand. Keep Austin weird, and you best love the Longhorns. Please like and subscribe. Y'all are definitely going to want to tune in to the next video where I talk about why we moved out of Austin. The other thing that I really, really miss about Austin is the food. I can say probably without a doubt, and I've lived in a bunch of different cities. I've lived in towns, right? I've been in the country. I've been in the big city. I've kind of been everywhere in between in my life. And in Austin, the food is amazing. On top of the fact that, as I mentioned in this video, we had DoorDash, right? So you have amazing food in the area, and you can get that shit delivered right to your door. Yes, the food there is amazing. Anything you want. Anything you want. The big deal for us was Matt's El Rancho. That's a huge kind of staple in Austin. It's a Mexican food restaurant. Their tacos, their asadero tacos. If you're going to Austin, go to Matt's El Rancho, get the asadero tacos, right? Grilled jalapenos and grilled garlic. You will thank me later. Unless you can't handle the jalapenos. Probably don't do that if you have like a stomach issue or you can't handle spice. Amazing. I miss it. I would almost drive the 3.5 hours back to Austin just to get that again. I miss it so much. Austin, I miss your food. I do. I miss it. I loved it. Another thing that we miss, live music. Austin is called the live music capital of the world for a reason. You can throw a rock at your front door and you're going to hit someplace that will play live music. That's an over-exaggeration, but kinda. A couple of places to do a shout out to that we've been to and really enjoyed was the Continental Club. Jerry really enjoyed seeing Dale Watson there, and the Saxon Pub. So those are just a couple, but there are hundreds of places to see live music. Another reason that I miss Austin is the healthcare system. We lived in an area where we were right by a hospital. I think every place that you go in Austin, you're not far from an urgent care. You're not far from an emergency room, hospital, specialists. If there's something wrong with you and you need a specialist, something wrong with you. If there's something going on with you and you need a specialist, in Austin, you're going to be able to find that within the city limit. We never really had to drive far to go see a specialist. If you have an aging parent that you're taking care of, and geriatric care is a necessity, cancer, diabetes, these are things that we had to deal with my father. And Austin's healthcare was amazing. It was amazing. We had amazing doctors. The mindset of the doctors in Austin were unlike doctors that I've seen anywhere else, whereas they were actually trying to help him get into better health, to remove him from maybe some of these medications that he was taking because his health was not so great, right? So they were really working with him on trying to that end. And I don't see that everywhere. And that's something that I really took for granted when we lived in Austin. The jobs and the opportunities, the biggest thing, you could find a job at any time. It may not be the job that you want, right? And sometimes you have to work a job that you don't really want until you find the job that you want. You don't have to go far. That's huge, people. I guess the people that live in the city, and when I lived in the city, don't really grasp that. Jobs and opportunities to earn money, that's important. That's a fundamental, foundational importance. And that's probably the biggest thing that I can say if you're considering moving really to any city, but Austin in particular, is that the jobs are there. The jobs are there. Those are the things that I miss the most about Austin. And Austin, I do from the bottom of my heart. I love you. I miss you. Would I move back? There'd be a couple of variables. Again, you're gonna have to wait until the next video, because I got some stuff to say too, right? This is not a complete biased opinion right now. I mean, the love, yeah, is, but there's the other aspect to that. He's trying to help. He's trying to help with the video. Is you helping with the video, or is you being bad kitty? Probably bad kitty.